Hello, First Week in Club. I am sitting here with the lovely Lauren Grant at the Cannes Film Festival. But we're talking about her latest film by husband-wife filmmaking duo Velcrow Ripper and Nova Ami, Metamorphosis.
Yeah, hi. Thank you. Thanks for having me. It's so lovely. It's like the perfect day today.
It is quite perfect. We're wearing our sunglasses because even though the sun is behind us or in front of us, whatever, it's just bright everywhere. But these are the things you live with in the south of France.
Yeah, no, it's not. You can't complain.
No, you
I'm
can't.
not going to complain.
Tell us about Metamorphosis.
Yeah, so Metamorphosis was shot over 3 years around the world in 4K. So we're very excited for people to see it on the big screen. It is a film about how humanity has transformed the planet and how do we as people adapt to the changes that we need to create to sort of
Continue to survive.
continue to survive, but
And
also,
thrive.
yeah. So Metamorphosis, the film has a backstory, sort of a thematic structure of the metamorphosis of a butterfly and how that works against sort of adaptations, changes, the stages of that process put on climate change and put on the planet.
Now, when we were talking earlier, you mentioned a few examples of quite innovative things that are happening around the world, houses made from recycled goods. Can you just talk about a couple of those examples?
Yeah, for sure. This is the stuff that really inspired us when making the film. There's one organization in California called Grid Alternatives, and what they do is they install solar panels for free for low-income housing. So if you sign up and you qualify, you get solar panels on your roof to help reduce the cost of your energy, as well as being environmentally friendly. That organization also trains specifically women, as well as women of color, to learn this industry. It's one of the fastest growing industries in that state, as well as in many states in the U.S. So they're really amazing. And then Earthships, which are in New Mexico, and they're starting to be in more places. We filmed them in Fiji as well. They're made out of tires, which are obviously a very sturdy material that we just throw away. So the buildings are of tires and glass, and they're really stunning, and they reuse water. We've released a few videos actually about that segment where it kind of shows how do they work, and you can actually like Airbnb Earthships, which I really want to do.
Amazing. Because when you think about it, as you're saying, tires are incredibly sturdy, but also wind and such. It would probably be quite warm in that type of a house.
Yeah, I know they'd really talk about how has quite a built-in kind of heating and cooling system. They don't really have to heat their houses so much in the winter, and in the cool, a lot of them are in New Mexico, Arizona, hot places, and they don't actually use air conditioning there in these houses. They've been able to make them in a way that keeps the temperature moderate at all times of year.
And that alone, if we were able to minimize our air conditioning and heating use around the world, would just lighten up the world's atmosphere immensely.
Yes, yeah, no, for sure. So, those are just two of the examples of sort of some innovation. And there's also a whole thematic section of the film about artists, about how artists are reacting to climate change. One of my favorites is Jason DeCare Taylor. He does underwater sculptures, and they turn into coral reefs. And so they're where reefs are being destroyed. There's underwater museums. There's one in Mexico, in the Caribbean. There's one which we filmed in the Canary Islands, and they use the local population to sculpt people, but then the art is actually talking about climate change. It's really beautiful work.
I have actually seen pictures of some of his work, and it's amazing. So this film is opening this spring across a few countries in the few cities in the country. Tell us where.
Yeah, so it's going to open in Montreal, Quebec City, Vancouver, Toronto, Edmonton, Calgary, and Victoria, and Velcrow Nova will be attending opening nights of all those cities.
So there's definitely a city near you across Canada this June. So check out firstweekinclub.ca for all the information. Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you.